welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about day 2 of the 30-day challenge to embody our higher selves. So if you too are looking to up level and embody your higher self, then follow along because we are doing a 30-day challenge all in order to help us grow and actually do it in a way that we're not going to burn out. So follow along. Today is all about journaling. When we think of journaling, sometimes we think of the 5-minute method, or we think of a really long-winded, planned out session. I'm here to tell you we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Like, come on. We do not need to be sat there for hours on end journaling every single day. Now, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to do that. What I'm here to tell you about is different methods in order to actually journal in the best way for you. So journaling can look different to everybody, and it depends on what works for you. I don't want you to take away from this video and think that you have to try out all of these different methods and you need to actually go away and be journaling every single day or every week. Otherwise, you're not doing it right. That I have different ways of actually journaling myself, and I incorporate a bit of meditation in that as well. So let's get into it and let me tell you all about my different methods. So the first one we're going to start with is short time journaling. So this is where I take 5 to 10 minutes when I need it. So when I need to reground myself, when I just need a moment to just kind of get a bit of clarity, that is when I'll do more of a 5 to 10 minute journal. What I do is I actually journal into my little journal planner that I have got, and what I do within this is I have a section for journaling. So I will do more of a meditation, and within that meditation of them 5 to 10 minutes, I just jot down a few things, what has come to me or that has kind of presented itself to me throughout that time. This is not where I would be doing a long form journal entry, so we'll get onto that. The next one is more of a medium time journal session. So this could be anything from kind of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you feel is best for you of what you need at the time. This is where we go a little bit deeper, where we need to just figure out something that's kind of not feeling too right for us, and we just need a few answers. Now, this is where I would use my bigger journal. So I have more page to write on. I have more areas so I can do any diagrams if need be, any doodling, anything like that would go into this journal. When I go onto my long form, obviously, as I said, it's in the same journal as my medium form of journaling that I do, but this time it is going to be more of the half an hour to an hour mark. Now, this is when I seriously need to tap into what is going on. If I can't figure something out and I'm getting myself stressed, I'm not knowing what is going on, I have to really dig deep. And I find that this long form content from about half an hour to an hour really allows me to go deep. Now, this is where I just start writing, I keep writing, and then eventually, bam, it will pop to me. There will be something that will stand out, and I'll be like, oh my God, like it is so obvious. A lot of people love journaling because of this, and it is just such a great thing to get involved with. There's loads of different tips that you can find online on YouTube of exactly the style of journaling if you want a specific style, but I would just say start. When I first started, all I was doing was writing down how I felt or what was going right in that day or that week, or what I was just kind of feeling about life in general. And then eventually you just start to pick up your own style of journaling and you work out what actually works for you and what you want to be writing down in your actual journal. These are things that we can look back on, or we can forget about it for a certain amount of time and then come back at a later date. It depends on what you want your journaling to be like. It's very hard to tell you exactly what to do because everybody is different. And I just want to make sure that you know you do not have to do this every day. You don't have to do one of these forms of content for your journal every single day. You do not need to do a short form, medium form, or a long form every single day. It does not need to happen. You don't even need to journal every day if you don't want to. So let's get into that. So when I say that you need to find something that works for you, sometimes that means that you don't need to journal every day. What I do also, it depends on the situation, but it's normally the medium or the long form of journaling that I will add on a meditation or a meditation music or a manifestation around it. And what I do is I kind of incorporate the two. This can get a little bit trickier. So I've been journaling for a long time now, so I understand exactly what I'm doing, but I wouldn't suggest doing that straight away. Meditation music is amazing. So you can pinpoint if you're dealing with a limiting belief or a block that you want to release. There's always music around that, or there's music around pretty much anything that you are feeling at that time. If you're anxious, if you're stressed, there's always going to be a meditation music that you can put on, which can then help with your journaling. It could help release something. So I do find having a meditation music on can really help you actually dive deeper into what you're journaling about and finding them blocks or them answers that you needed. Definitely something to keep in mind. I do this throughout different methods of the journaling stage, so it depends whether I'm on the short form, medium, or long. It's mainly when I'm doing the medium or the long term, because it allows me to get deeper than when I'm just kind of trying to just jot down a few things. So give it a go, and there is a lot on Spotify or on YouTube that you can find with the music. I just find it really helps me actually understand what's going on. So give it a go and let's carry on. When we're talking about journaling as well, remember that we don't need to journal every day because we think that's the right thing to do. We need to remember that we are on the journey to becoming our higher self. What would your higher self journal like? I have noticed that when I look at how I'm journaling now, I'm doing it as and when, and it's working for me. But I also stop and think, because there is areas of my life where I think, oh, a journal session would really help me clarify exactly what I'm feeling there. So what I'm actually going to start doing is journaling once a week. This is how I see my higher self showing up. You need to find exactly how your higher self will show up when it comes to journaling, if they even journal. Now, remember, you don't even need to journal. It is a great thing to actually be a part of and to understand a lot more. But if you have different methods that work great for you, don't feel like you have to start journaling. So that's just a disclaimer. I don't want you to feel like you have to actually do journaling in order to become your higher self. Journaling has unlocked a lot for me over the years, and this is why I feel my higher self and the higher version of me that is a successful business owner, that is running her dream life and has her dream life, would be very understanding of exactly what's going on, and she wouldn't just suffer in silence if there is something that she was unaware of. If she was feeling a certain way, she would actually journal it out, and she would make sure she's staying on top of how she's feeling each week. So this is where I feel like I will be definitely doing a form of journaling every single week, whether that is a short, medium, or a long version. But I'm going to make sure that I'm actually implementing exactly what she would do. This is the whole point of the challenge, is showing up exactly how our higher self would. So if this is something that she would do, start doing it. See how you're feeling, seeing what's coming up, seeing whether it's actually enhancing your life. If it doesn't, and it is something that's being more of a burden and you're just kind of not connecting with it, maybe it's not for you, and that is absolutely fine as well. So as I've said, journaling has unlocked quite a lot for me. It has opened me up to limiting beliefs that I have. It's opened me up to certain blockages that I've had, and I've just been able to discover so many things about me that is stopping me from becoming my higher self, having the dream life that I've always wanted. And there is only me that can deal with that. I need to understand wholeheartedly what is going on and understand how to then move forward from it. Journaling is a great way for me to figure that out, and I've been doing it for many years now when it comes to manifesting so many things in my life. I've been able to realize what my blockages are, what has been holding me back, and what I'm doing wrong, and stopping the thing that I want from manifesting. So it is a great way in order for us to actually move forward within our manifesting journeys, but also in our higher self journeys. One thing to remember when you are journaling is, do not put pressure on yourself to journal. Once you put pressure on, you then start to feel like you have to do something. You have to write a certain amount of pages. You have to write a certain amount of words. You have to come to some realization every single time you journal. You don't need to do that. Journaling is also using a part of meditation to bring a part of what needs to come to light. When you're journaling, you can either use meditation, as I say, within journaling to figure out what your blockages are, what limiting beliefs you're having, anything that's coming up for you. But you can also do it so you are just writing, you're not thinking, you're just writing down exactly what you're feeling at that moment. And what you'll see is it will just flow from you. And putting pressure on this is not where you want to go. You want it to come from your subconscious. So when you are journaling, you just want to kind of keep writing, and eventually your subconscious will take over, and then the deep rooted things will start coming out, and then you'll start to see the actual things of what did you need to bring up. And that's all I have for you for this video today. I hope this has helped open your eyes to the world of journaling. Don't put pressure on yourself. Let it flow through you. And if it doesn't work for you, then it just doesn't work for you. You don't need it to. So keep open, give it a go, try out the different forms of the short, medium, and long form of journaling. Give it a go with meditation, see how you feel, and if it helps you become your higher self, then we are on to a winner. There are so many more tips to come, so make sure you subscribe and like the video so you can be notified of any future uploads. And until next time, keep manifesting your biggest goals.